Hello people, it's me, Libluini, and we are back here in Gem and the Holograms Season 2. By now you should be knowing what we are doing. Just to recap, we are fighting Hinnom, a nation of giants with our elfy elves and the power of music. We have Kailasa, a nation of magic 8 people, helping us out. And the war, after a short lull, goes back into action. First we have, let's take this from here, because it's the stranger's message. In the faraway province of Annika, barbarians attacked at Ron. Okay, since the lizard people of Cadiz are AI controlled, doesn't matter. A worldwide event. Thaumaturgy rituals are cheaper. Good to know, I guess. Then Altgold, a new event. We got blood slaves and money, because a local slave lord is seeking absolution for his sins. So he's giving us his sins to commit. Blood magic. Then a battle in Silvermark, where Hinnom's 27 mages showed up from an unexpected direction, I have to say. Conjuration is finished, now we can get those weird elf dudes, the princess. And yeah, okay. Fun. Now, of course, it's a big block of dudes, and then they are laying down the mage crap. As always, it's doable, but we have basically, I would have normally the really bad task of running at them as fast as we can before we are hit by magic artillery and burned down to the ground, like this, for example. And they're not even using their scripted spells, I'm thinking, because the AI won't use good spells if they're thinking the defenders are too flimsy, and that was not much of a defense. Of course, if they face a real army, a lot of bad shit will happen. Of course, now all our assassins are in the wrong direction. That's not good. So these guys will of course go down here. Luckily our elves are really fast, so we can put them here in the way. Obviously this army will now march northward and then walk into our trap. Yeah, we are moving this one Griffin Rider back into position here. Well, please keep on recruiting those assholes, thank you. So the reason why I'm not recruiting much is because I finally wanted to start improving the stupid fortress here. 3 months, 3 turns, then it's done, and I still have some minor stuff left, so let's get more sacreds here. And that's already, and I can one of those guys. So not much. So next turn, that's all I wanted to do. My army is still ready. Let's confirm scripting for those dudettes. Yeah, Visions of Death is inside, so they should be effective. Of course, even if they manage to nab all of them nab a mage, that's... well, okay. So next turn they'll be here in Ensorcelled Swamp, and yeah, and the turn after that they're probably marching to take back Valgaard. If not, I have to use my other assassins. Yeah, that's the good old guessing game. A good trap only works if we can actually do something. I mean, I could probably win by just letting everyone run instead of what I did with my first army, hunkering down in long lines and hoping to hold the enemy at bay while my mages do the work. Doesn't work if the other side has a bunch of sheep crabs they don't mind losing, and also our mages are a huge block on the other side of the map. So, of course, we already did some forging again. Yeah, you're getting the... shit. The helmet probably, because I didn't forge any spider shit. This one is almost finished. Roxy. Jetta, you were missing a helmet and pixie shoes. So, with this, we have our second super assassin. Well, finished. Jetta has everything, Pissas has everything. Stormer is missing helmet and pixie shoes. Yeah, we can use both. So please, another pair of pixie shoes, and Kurach, you can then forge another stupid helmet. Just so mainly those helmets are, of course, so my assassins don't go down to an immediate and fatal lucky hit to the head. And they're also giving a second slightly worse attack if they are in melee combat. And that's just a bonus. It's also not like they will do some... whoops, wrong guy get. It's not like the AI will decide which attack to use. If someone has more than one attack and they are all valid, they will all be used at the same time. Life Drain, for example, if this was some kind of long-range attack, then the AI would stop using it as soon as melee attack is joined. But since they're both melee attacks, that means our Lady Roxy can just attack 2 times if push comes to shove, so to speak. That's finished, then we get a new horned helmet for Stormer and a new pair of pixie shoes. Then the Stormer is equally finished. Roxy just need this stupid spider thing and she's also finished. Then we have... yeah, so... Feral Roots. Sorry Con, you still have to forge something for me. The spider amulet to scale walls. And then our insane plan to outfit 4 insane assassins is finished. You can start forging Dreamstones again, I guess, now? Yeah, we need, of course... Can I squeeze some money out? I need 200 for a mage. Yeah, elf mages. Okay, since I can't really... Do I have anything left? Oh yes, of course, I forgot. Our future combat mage. He gets a Fistal Mace for +1 in nature magic, and then she can also use 2 random. Oh wait, no. What am I doing here? She will probably not immediately run into the enemy, but I have a level 3 mage here. Far better. Now it's a level 4 mage. Well, since I'm already here, can I have someone forge anything useful here? An armor or something for our mega mage? A Gossamer gown? Not really. Very light, but nope. Then we have lightweight scale mail, still encumbrance, I guess. Then we have the chainmail of displacement, which, yeah, that's just duplicating something our elves can do on their own. Then we have white dragon scale mail. Oh, that's new. Moral and shock resistance. Good to know, but we need something like fire armor, I guess. Okay, that's actually a good idea. I have some fire gems, and I have a level 3 fire mage. Is this enough? Because, yeah, the armor of souls needs blood, so we can forget about this. We can make a red dragon scale mail, because while that makes defense and encumbrance a bit heavier, fire resistance. Holy shit, of course. If we are fighting fire mages, that's good. And next turn I can even make a second one and give it to my other extremely important super mage lady. That's perfect. Of course we have a third one. But now I feel a lot safer now. Do we need something here? A second gore helmet is for Forge Horned Helmet for, yeah, for Stormer. Pixie Shoes, also for Stormer. And someone else is forging the spider amulet that Roxy needs, and yeah, everyone is finished. There's something else I could do? Probably not, right? No, I'm good, I guess. Ah, that's interesting. I sum up my fire gems mostly as a source for trading. But that's actually good. So, let's not waste any more gems. What is our research doing? Yeah, it's still looking good. We are now on our way to our first global. And we are even moving kind of speedy right now for my we are speedy from my point of view. There are people doing a lot more research right now. Thaumaturgy level 5, in 2 turns we should be at level 6. Then in 6 turns at level 7. Yeah, we are unlocking a bunch of spells, most of which we can't use, except Growing Fury. Yeah. Growing Fury is nice if you don't use mages much, because it turns your entire army into berserkers. Of course, it's also utter shit if you have highly specialized units with lots and lots of mages in command. Oh! That's interesting. I completely forgot about this. Beckoning. We're also getting Beckoning at level 6, and we have several mages who can use this shit. It's a bit costly at 20 gems, but if enemies are in the forest, we can kill 75 plus units. Magic resistance and difficult moral negates, whatever the second point mean. I guess they are rolling against moral, and if they have high moral, they are unlikely to desert. Units with forest survival will ignore the spell, which is funny, but luckily Hinnom has mostly waste survival because they're starting in a desert wasteland. Terrain waste, yeah. They have waste survival, which is of course very useful if you're in a waste region, but yeah, funnily enough, there is no forest. Can we even use the spell then? Let's switch to Glamour. Beckoning. Can only target forests and fungus forests. Ah yeah, fungus forests are the cave version of forests. Yeah, it's my typical luck. Well, there is this bunch of enemies marching up as well. Of course, on the other hand, they don't really have anything. Would be funny if I see them show up in loop here, because then I could dump truck their stupid cheap summons with that spell. If they show up in Great Feral, should be in range, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe if it's only land, it's 1, 2, 3. Yep, this is doable, of course. It's still about 2 turns in the future, and only because the enemy is coming from the south instead of, like I expected, coming the north way around. But well, this gives us time to finish our fortress and do some research. Too bad there is not much I can recruit here. At least next turn I have more money for mage recruitment again. I should probably start getting some of the expensive horse mages again, since they are so sturdier with the heavier armor and shit. Well, let's look if I can squeeze out one of the expensive mages, and can I? I should have something like 600 rest. 275. Yep. Also I can either have 2 cheap or 1 expensive mage and lots of unit recruitment. Oh bother, and of course my income will slowly go down while we deal with this incursion. Only good thing is, if those mages aren't dead, it's finally over. And we can make our strike. And I'll probably go then the long way around to hoover up those provinces on the way. In a way, Hinnom is helping me now. Oh, Hinnom is now striking at Kailasa. But of course, Hinnom is also fighting Arco. Arco wanted to fight Ruth, but I guess Ruth isn't doing much, and Arco is a troublemaker. Well, nothing can be done there. So let's forge a bunch of shit and keep our gems slowly piling up, hopefully. Next turn, my assassin mages should be ready to move out. And next turn I'll do some last minute summoning by Kimber Benton in the Saron Forest. Too bad, I wanted to get the prince already, but the prince must wait for the army after that. I will also slowly running down my stash of nature gems, but I still have lots of useless air gems. Great. So let's see how this is going. Yeah. Second major assassin armada. It would be so much research if I could use them for that. But well, let's see how they're doing on the battlefield. It's still an unproven concept after all. Yeah, okay, so that's it for now. We're still trying to keep our Griffin Rider recruitment going. Oh, those such expensive pieces of shit. If I can get 2 mages instead of 1, I'll probably stop getting more Griffin Riders. It's a headache to just to have some flying friends on the battlefield. Yeah, we have about 200 units. Of course, 27 mages can do a lot of damage. Let's see. Probably they want to go into Andaria. Next turn will be interesting because, of course, if we move our trap mages again, they can use their assassination command. And if they end up in the wrong province, that's a lot of wasted time. So there we will hunker down in Andaria and basically block the way for the enemy. It will be interesting, of course, if the enemy is instead moving into Snowford, because this means our army then has to move westward to keep up, while our mages then play catch up. Yeah, the problem is, if they go into Snowford, I think my assassin mages would have to stay in Doria, just in case they suddenly turn northward. Let's see, logically they probably hope for another army kill, so they will probably run straight at my army. Let's see. Yeah, that's the problem with making complicated plans. You need patience to work them out. Because if things work out, we in this army block may try to join the capital. Bunch of shit growing dirt. Yeah, enough speculation. I'll have to wait and see, I guess. This turn is over. Diploini out. Hello, Diploini is back. You know the drill. German Dialogram Season 2. Somewhere in the year 4 of the Ascension Wars, which is like something like, yeah, we're approaching turn 50 or something. And the war is going into gear again with our messages. And we got a worldwide event. Thaumaturgy rituals are cheaper this month. Do I need some of them? I can take a look. Then in Morn we get a treasure and lots of gems. Hey, that's nice. A Ring of Frost. A Ring of Fire would be more useful, but wait, there are other enemies, so let's not complain about free shit. Feral Woods. We got some air gems thanks to a lightning. Striking a large boulder. man, isn't magic weird? Then in Mag we see Arco fighting Rus, which is only province defense and the scout. And Valgaard is bulldozing them with far more draconians than I would have expected. They're flying, they're beefy, they're poison resistant. Nice little surprise attack. Sure, their attack skill isn't the best, but hey, they have 2 attacks and aren't too bad in all other aspects. And of course they are flying units. As you can see, they probably did all the killing on their own because they can fly. Yeah, that's a solid block of draconians. Holy fuck. There was someone spending a lot of air games and getting this. We have the Myrmidons, basic infantry of Arco. Attack and defense skill is very high. Some of them are deceased, that's funny. Formation fighter, which allows more of them to fight in the same square. And they are starving, yeah, I'm guessing because there are hundreds and hundreds of them. Now Arco is basically using up those Myrmidons really badly. And they are... oh, shrub. Huh. A mindless shrub, but a fucking funny joke. Yeah, there is a lot of disease going on though. It could of course be that we see the effect from something Rus did. Or it could just be that Arco's player let his Myrmidon soldiers starve really badly. I think they may be even elite units. They have a bronze sword and all the other bronze shit. So basically fantasy Greece. And then... hey. Wow, for a second I thought the game crashed. But yeah, Rus was beaten. And in Sorcerer Swamp the big stack of 27 mages goes on. Perfect, because my stupid trap is now in the way, I hope. Yes, please, one step, and I can trigger this stupid trap and see how good it works. I mean, it's potentially 11 dead mages. That's nice, right? Of course, first off, they have to target the mages, not stuff like the commander. But on the other hand, you don't really need to defeat all those mages. In fact, hitting all those armies and killing all 11 from them wouldn't even be the best outcome. Because even better is if we can take out stuff like the shamans, I think. What is their role exactly here? The Kohen. Yeah, the Kohen would probably be the best, because if we can take this guy out, then the remaining units will just stay where they are and he has to reorganize on the fly, and I'm guessing the commander would be the only one who can even carry the troops. The mages and shamans not so much. Of course, with 11 attacks, there's a good chance at least one of my assassins will hit the commander anyway, leaving only a bunch of mages and leaderless units. Would be funny, but of course we have no idea what will happen in the future. All I know is he is moving in the direction I want him to move. Perfect. Now I can even sit around and wait. Now, because I'm an awful person, I'm looking if I can do something. Glamour. Is there something? Nope. Nopester. Yeah, we are still a bit 6, right? 6 glamour. Vengeance of the Dead. Yeah, that only works if the commander killed a lot of units, which these ones probably don't have. Too protected by normal units, I guess. I wonder if the mage will contact the dead souls of the people or creatures the target has slain. Dead souls will be greeted to the dream of the target, where they can attack him in horrible nightmare. Sounds interesting, but there are of course restrictions. slain in combat. That's interesting, but the developers are sometimes awfully vague. I have absolutely no idea if combat spells work, and I don't want to waste gems and then find out it wouldn't have worked anyway. Visions of Death, yeah, it's our combat spell. Group luck, ha! But the area of effect is a bit low. More something with smaller units, smaller squadrons. Forgotten Palace. Ah yes, hiding a fortress. Against real players you often want to do the exact opposite. Beckoning, that was it. We wanted to see if we could kill units with beckoning. Can only target forests and... Yeah, I guess I forgot. Because he's coming from the south, he is not walking into any forests. It would have been nice if he tried to target feral woods, because that would be a double whammy. First triggering the trap and then triggering beckoning. But I guess having the spells in our toolkit is already good enough, since there is a lot of stuff around with forest in it. Just all in places where we don't want to do anything. But I guess bonus for us, we can just... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Here we have some of these guys too. Research. How far are we from Thaumaturgy 7? Oh, 1 level. Yeah, but we would slow it down after that, and then the Gates of Horn and Ivory are still a bit off. +3, yeah, that's good, but we don't have that many weird attack spells. But anyway, Jetta finished. Pizzas finished. Stormer, you were needing pixie shoes, I've heard. And those awful gore helmets. And finished. Now Jetta, Stormer and Pizzas are finished. And Roxy was only missing this tool here. The Spider Amulet. Now we have 4 assassins ready to rumble. Let's see how fast we can travel. Ah yeah, 2 turns into battle. Interesting. Can we go here? Oh wow, we can go over there in 1 turn. So I'm guessing this means we can hit a full strike for super assassins, 11 common assassins. So this will, if this works, it will take out a shit ton of leaders, most of them mages. So, God ladies, you are fast, and thank you, thank you. Something for you. Yeah, oh, okay. Keep forgetting, yeah, these guys need this shit faster. Since she is already carrying something rather expensive while giving her this shit and, well, the frost ring for some frost protection, just in case. She is now protected against cold 15 and fire 15. That means she can in theory now eat one of those awful fire spells to the face. Good news is I still have some fire gems left over, 20 in fact, so I can just give myself another red dragon scale and then yet another. And I guess the third one goes to the next super mage earmarked for moving out. Okay, let's go back to Forging Dreamstones. Monthly Dreams, not Waterlands, Dreamstone. And of course, since I have this... Oh, I've already building the fortress. Now that's perfect. So what we want to do was some more She-Lords. And back to these guys. Oh, already run out of resources, I see. Well, yeah, it's probably because the She-Lord needs more resources than normal mages. Well, we need some more army leaders anyway. Yeah, that's kind of okay, I guess. Garnet Sorceress has blood, but it's still... Good point. Do we need this? Well, we're preparing for battle here, so Valgaard. You can also give us a She-Lord. It's probably only for this turn, but... Hey, She-Warriors, of course. And recruitment points over. Can I squeeze in something? Nope. 18 is not enough. Spearborg Slinger needs 12, also not enough. But I guess we can, since we aren't moving right now, power up these guys a bit. So our trap is almost ready. Yeah, everyone is scripted. Oh, yeah, of course. I can use Vision of Death at once, but then they still need more gams, I guess. It's just that they can make a really nasty first strike if they run out of gams. But they still need some. So I give them gams to attack. This is basically the opposite of what the other assassins are scripted to. Those assassins will go for visions of death immediately, since they already have innate luck and can survive another first strike on themselves. Then they protect themselves with ephemeral swords, and then they shit out illusory armies. This is, by the way, why we're putting them all in the back row, because of course we want to make the enemy run towards them so they can cast spells at them from afar. Visions of Death has... Well, let's see how this works out. If it's suboptimal, I can still make alterations later. Yeah, of course, we should put them back here. The troops, of course, are a bit in that position. I've recruited a lot of mages and completely forgot to do some repositioning. They're all a large blob in the middle of the map. So, funny. So, Gem, you can go to spells. And I'm still giving you some placeholders here. Troops I can then gift over to the next guy. Then we have this army here. Can I? Oh, I forgot. We need at least one mage recruit who can take my stupid stones. Valgaard, we should probably spread out a bit, or will probably attack at some point, maybe. But it would probably be for the best if we get mages from somewhere else. Do we have? Yes, we can use con, so we can get some She-Lords here. Recruitment points running low again. And some of those stupid slingers. But there is at least some magic gathering going on. And that's it. I can add another Fearborg druid, I guess. And that's still taking 2 turns because it's just a palisade. So anyway, next turn we won't get an extra treasure, I'm guessing, because that would be an absurd amount of luck. So then we are back to normal recruitment levels, instead of mages everywhere plus units. The trap in Andoria is now ready, and next turn it's even reinforced. So all I'm hoping is this idiot is actually marching toward us and not annoying us by going to Snowford, because then I have the aggro decision to either put my trap into Strongway to heat him off, or to split it to make sure I catch him regardless where he's going. Really funny is, of course, if he goes to the south and concentrates on Kailaza, because then I have to do something, and it is annoying. So Kailasa in the south. Not much changing for good or bad right now. I have no idea what's in this castle. Kailasa seems to be unthreatened by now. And of course... Oh, Rus! Oh god, my stupid brain. I was wondering why there is still so much Hinnom down here. But no, it seems the beer head here means that those very similar colors. Yeah, okay, that's my bad. I was wondering why the fuck Arco is down here, but no, Rus is here even. But because they are ancient Russia, they only get this stupid palisade-like fortification as their capital. So yeah, I guess Rus is soon out of the game, despite having eaten up Hinnom, I guess. Hey, wow. I'm now wondering how much of what I saw was even Hinnom in the first place. Oh, Kittis is here. So yeah, I guess Hinnom has been deleted from the south mostly. And now Rus is falling, which means Kailasa will soon do something about our friend Hinnom, which is of course bad for us, because Hinnom of course wants to do lots of damage to us, simply put because he doesn't like us very much, and Kailasa can then eat all his lands and become a potentially not friend for us, which means Hinnom would win in the long run. Anyway, of course we are now messing up his plans. Next turn we'll hopefully see us triggering our little trap, and I'm guessing he's still trying to get back to Valgaard and kill all of our units there. So my prediction is he goes to Andaria, then we trigger our trap, then he goes into Valgaard with what is left, and then we can simply kill him immediately. Nope, let's stay this at 4. Add this at 5. It would be a waste of money if he just walks through now. Now I try to keep some of my Glamour Gem income untouched. Nature should be recovering about... Oh, we have tons and tons of air. Maybe I should try to ask Arco if they need more air gems, since they apparently love those weird Draconians so much. Something like 50 Draconians more, right? Right? Let's see. Conjurations, air. Call, storm Draconians. Oh, it's 20 gems for commander and 30 units. So yeah, if I give him something like 40 gems, that would be 60 new Draconians for him. Could be useful if he has Glamour gems, or nature would also be useful for us, I suppose. Even fire, since we have our insane self-grown level 3 fire mage over there. Yeah, that's it for now. Can I squeeze some basic infantry in here? Amazons are too many recruitment points. I guess I can do this. And another scout. Okay, next turn probably some hard choices to be made until I can finally finish off Hinnom. So wish me luck with this. Libluini out. Hello people, Libluini here. Welcome back to Gem and Holograms Season 2. Things are heating up, outside and inside of the game. Outside because 2 more games I wanted to record have just started, so until I manage to fail hard enough I can stop recording turns. It's 3 recordings I have to do each day, or sometime, because sometimes I forget that Endearing exists, and then I tend to record everything on the same day anyway. But I mean, I guess I'm already too tired of this shit, sorry. Is that while we are on a 2-day timer for this multiplayer game right now, we are sadly also moving fast enough that generally when I look at our turns the next day, it's already moved on to another turn. And since the younger games all move at a faster pace anyway, that means I have to make 3 recordings all at the same time. Ah, why do I do this to myself, people? Ah. The sorry thing is, there was even a 4th game, but I failed so hard I stopped recording after it looked like I wouldn't make it past turn 20. Let's see, the really annoying thing is all of those 3 games have some interesting gimmick I would like to show off. So not only would it hurt to waste all the effort, I would have to try again until I have just enough luck to keep on trucking until I can show off the gimmick. Let's see if we can at least win a war here in this game for now. Research is completed like I wanted. Then there was a battle in Pnofia between Kailasa and Rus? No, Hinnom. Ah, I keep mixing those flags up. Kailasa sent on some Pisachas, which are some kind of undead monsters, and some jewels. 58. Okay, that's some jewels. And the local defenders were kind of underprepared for this kind of thing. Then on Mac we see that Rus managed to send a real army against our little force of Myrmidons. No ideas where the flying ones ended up. Maybe they ran away in an earlier battle. And it was a huge disaster for Arco. So Rus is back in the game. Yeah, beers on fire. Always fun. Regenerating beers on fire. Then there are some mages here and there, but really, with all those guys who are on fire and also repairing themselves, this battle is already over. Fire shield. Now that's awful. It's even better than heat hour because it not only makes people tired but actively kills them. And Myrmidons are kind of out of luck here. High defense doesn't matter against attack skill 15. At least I guess I can kill them outright if... Oh, wait, it's 19. Yeah, okay. They're host. We have all those Myrmidons here. Okay, attack skill is higher than expected. Defense skill 2. But again, the fire shield will kill them if they touch those assholes. Hell, the beers only have attack 11 and probably won't hit a lot. But since they have lots of hit points and can regenerate, they can actually survive a couple of hits. And they are magic beers. They have moral of 99. That means they won't ever run away. This is 16. Huh. Is this a pure bless effect? Ah, maybe it's a bug? Anyway, of course, burn ration is complete. Myrmidons are all set on fire. Yeah, that's the sound of sizzling flash. I like it. Yeah, that's just sad. Yeah, that was fast and brutal, because while there were a lot of those Myrmidons, there weren't any mages except this one. Yeah, sorry, Arco, you should have used some more of your mages. That was a huge waste of life. Then another battle where Hinnom attacked Kailasa with a small army and wins, so they're trading provinces. Then, oh, Adoria. Yes, yes! He moved his big mage stack in. And of course his last dumb ogres are dead. So now if we attack we can actually swarm him and kill him. Even if he is prepared to roast our own units. Illuvia, Air Games, Gol Amrod, Nature Games, Worldwide Event, Thaumaturgy retorts are cheaper. Do we even have something like this? Yeah, we're a bit earlier in this because, of course, our great global is one of those. Of course, since a lot of the resistance of a global spell against being taken down again depends on overcasting, that's not as helpful as I would think. That would be an interesting idea. If you launch a global spell discounted, Will all the extra gems you put in count as overcast? Would be funny to find out. Anyway, level 5, when we launch it with level 7 mage and heavily overcasted, should give us good resistance, because then anyone else will either need a lot of pearls to neutralize us, which would probably only be Arco, who has tons of astral mages, or someone would need to do it brute force by taking it down by force, which would cost something like 100 gems at the very least to have a chance. You would also need a mage with more levels to have. It's complicated, and we are still some ways off. Thaumaturgy 6 unleashes at least one thing, and that is beckoning. It's of course kind of funny. Now I need the enemy to actually walk into a forest where I can reach them. Let's see, also of nature, of course. That's only growing fury. It's only useful if you don't have mages you care about, including the caster, I suppose. What else do we have? We have one fire mage, and this one can't use Choleria. Let's see, what else do we have? Not much, I think. For fun? Yep, nope. It was mostly a stepping stone. But, yes, sitting there. Now my insane plan can actually be deployed. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 assassins. All gemmed up and equipped and ready. And most of them will need personal luck to have a chance at surviving. Everyone else will just visions of death immediately and go for the kill, and then hopefully survive whatever comes next if the enemy negates this first attack. But still, that's 15 attacks. And while they're not really that good, because 0 protection is 0 protection, they are still fairly good at defending themselves. And as mages, of course, I don't need to let them slow walk in. And against enemy mages, they'll be busy magicking up it themselves. And if they need a turn to cast a spell, of course, my assassins do the same. And if it's fire mages, they spend a turn powering themselves up. So we get a freebie and a turn scale. And hey, if the Vision of Death lands, that would be amazing. So let's do this. 15 assassinations all at once. Now I'm interested to see how this works. Oh, another shitty army shows up. But if we can reduce this block of mages, that's a major victory for us. Too bad Andoria isn't a forest. Means we can't actually use our amazing new spell. Nature. It's done here. Yeah. Whispers of the Wild. What was that again? Okay, it's kind of look what's going on spell. Oh, I forgot, it's glamour and nature, not other way around. Reckoning can only target forests, and yeah, too bad. But I at least got another of those red dragon scale mails. So in case we do have to do this the hard way, this means they at least won't be among the mages that get free and flammable and whatever else. There's still one super mage who of course needs one, because those ladies are expensive. So this means Itakama will have to forge. Yes, another one. At least I get to use those stupid fire gems this time around. Let's look at what I have recruited. Yeah, of course, these guys got another mage. This, yeah, of course, Dreamstoning. They're still forging Dreamstones. Yeah, even have 2. Ah yes, I think I did. Did I just forgot to equip one? Man, I'm stupid sometimes. So let's spread this out. So that's 18 more across two commanders. Good. So this time around we sadly don't have an insane super treasure to keep us tracking. So we'll have to make some cutbacks. Yeah, okay, that's the front line, so I get another armored mage should be useful. We'll not do anything with Gems because we probably... Oh yeah, I forgot. All the battles we had so far haven't actually gone on for long enough that I could make a dent into my stash of transported Gems. I can, of course, take a couple of those back right now, since nature spells aren't really that important anymore now that she has 2 additional temporary Gems at game start. Yeah, okay, Druid, go away. Let's stop this, so I can recruit more Sacreds. Yeah, we are getting at the upper range of what we can recruit with the territory we have. Our army here is ready to rumble, to put it stupid. Yeah. Let's give these guys over here. And then we have these guys here. So we have 200 units and an obscene amount of mages. Of course, a lot of those will painfully die in fire. Let's just hope we can cut down the number of 27 mages by something. Because after that we'll have to do things the hard way. Here we have nothing to do right now. We did get some more of the normal guys here, the sheep warriors. We can put them in here. Yeah, wow, okay. Do I need some unsealies? Well, they have some useful powers, but ice armor is always bad against heat-based enemy in heat territory. The normal ones have at least poison resistance. And they're good units, hard to hit. Yeah. I'm thinking. Protection 10, and these guys have protection 15. Yeah, our guys are better at fighting in general, while those face soldiers are something like medium to heavy infantry. And they can't be deceased because they're magic creatures. They have innate true sight, it's also good. But really, I need to save up my Gems for what I've planned. Right now we have +4 Glamour Gems each turn since I'm still making Dreamstones. We're now up to 725 research speed, but of course it will dip down to about half of this as soon as my mage block starts moving again. We are now approaching Thaumaturgy 7 fast, and now we are switching to Evocation for some more new attack skills, like Illusory Attack, which means now we can send some stupid idiots with 1 HP into our prisons and help for the best. We also gain Shimmering Fields. And Evocation 8, what was that? Again? My brain? Aurora Borealis, ah yes, the weird stunning battle enchantment, just to... We of course still have zero astral, so we might use some of our astral powers on that. We have currently 8. Gain 1 per turn, so at least not 0. At least it could be a use for useless air games. Anything else to do here? Ah yeah, the Leo Greaves. They did not much, but they managed to rack up an impressive kill count simply by existing. They definitely worked out better than our sacred doggies. So let's go to nature and look what I can do. Lamias, 10 plus, I can region, and killed. Will transform into black samples. That could be funny. And they have a plus. That means with level 4 and level 3, this needs level 3, this mage is level 4, you should get an extra. Forest giants, yeah, it's only 2 and they have shit for protection. Forest troll tribe, that's a shit ton of gems for 15. No, let's ask the Lamias to help us instead. It also doesn't cost as much as I feared, so we're still positive during the turn. Yeah, that's really it. Our trap has been sprung, and now we have to wait until next turn to see how good/bad it will be. After that, it will be a clash of armies. A lot of armies. Holy shit, Hinnom. We have built up this huge group of shitty Leogriefs, I think. And we have these guys here, or those real griffins. No, Leogriefs. And some griffins. Not enough to show up on the strategic map. Then there is this real army here with some minor mage support. Oh, I suddenly have a really evil idea. Let's switch to nature view and to fuck, where was the spell? I swear, I am the worst. I keep forgetting, it's glamour and nature, not nature and glamour. I'm still thinking in Dominions 5 terms. Fuck me. 75 plus units will be killed. Until they're really lucky. Well, we know Hinnom doesn't have forest survival since they live in a wasteland. So let's spend 20 glamour gems I don't have. Oh, well. Okay, but it is too good. I mean, the enemy just marched straight into our arms. So let's do this. Let's burn down some of our astrogem. Still not enough. Anyway. Now it's enough. Perfect. So I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. I mean, I could use... which of those... let's hammer it down. Maybe the extra... I mean, both have 22, 24. Well, their trio would be the optimal choice, but hey, let's see. Just in case the extra nature levels will do something. Probably not, but the effect is plus, so anything to get some extra depth in there. And now I'm targeting the Great Feral Forest, and let's see what happens next turn. I have a scout here, so I should get a report to see how much I just killed. So let's see, people. We are sending a huge death spell into the Great Feral, hopefully smashing a lot of those units. Especially since I think beckoning just kills units by luring them into their doom. They're not trying to damage the units, so them being big beefy giants shouldn't matter. And we have our 15 Assassin Strike. So let's see how this is going next turn. Libluini out.